Hello and welcome back to Calmsden Farm for this next episode on our Let's Play. We're going to jump straight into the crone, the big M, and we're going to get... Can I pull anything over here? If I can, it'll save us a journey, won't it? Not that. I'm not even going to try with the baler. But can I pull this? Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. Right. If you've seen the end of the last episode, we accepted this baling contract purely because we want to we want the silage bales. I'm not really, I say I'm not interested. I am interested because I want to use the machinery. I wasn't that interested just doing the contract because it was a baling contract. They tend to take quite well, don't they? But we need the silage. I'm hoping, we're on ×1 at the minute, I'm going to change it to ×5. And then hopefully we'll get it all done in the day. If not, then it might have to just carry on into the next day. I mean, I know on this series I've been it's basically been one episode per day, hasn't it? But we never got, I think everything that happened in the last episode, it seemed to get done really quickly, and I did knock it down at ×1 and kept it there just by accident, really. I did it about halfway through the video. I can't remember what I was doing. I think off camera I was looking at water tanks or something, I was looking at something, I can't remember what it was, and I knocked it down to ×1 just so time wouldn't run away with us, and then forgot to put it back on. So when we stop, I'll get it up on ×5, and then we'll go from there. But this, it'll only be the second time, I think, that I've used the big M in FS22. I know I used it once. In fact, I don't think it was definitely on Elm Creek. It was one of the big fields at the bottom of the map. Left that gate open last time. I'll have to close it on the way back. Right, I'm only sort of guessing that this is our way in. I've never actually been down here. There it is. Okay, I know the crone will go through because it's got... it's a double gate. It'll all go through. I was going to say I know the crone will go through because the it's got a rear wheel drive on, hasn't it? Or rear wheel steering, sorry. He says as he immediately crashes into the fence post. Could not make it up. Right, I know I'm going to have to keep moving that. We'll lower that. What I'm going to do, because I know how long this is going to take, I'll whack it on to ×5, and we will get straight into a time lapse. So I'll be back probably towards the end of the whole thing. So we're back on, and we're in a new in-game day. I'm not sure how much of this baling I've shown. I haven't done the editing yet, just because I had a bit of a nightmare with recording. Some of it completely my fault, where I thought I was recording and I wasn't, and yeah, I don't know how much will be on. And then it started getting dark, and I don't like sort of putting stuff out when it's dark. So I don't know. I don't know how much you'll have seen, but as it stands at the minute, we've took a full trailer load over to the sell point, and I think we're at 52%, which will mean if we're at 52% transported, it'll mean we're going to have a good chunk left over for us, which is what we wanted. With this, in no way, shape or form was I bothered particularly about the money for the for actually doing the contract. It was all about getting the silage bales. Absolutely beautiful November morning, you can see. All the trees have turned. Really nice autumn, isn't it? This did we have this bale stacker in 19? Was it a mod or? Because this is brilliant. You get 24 on. I mean, granted, and I haven't looked, you might be able to get the bigger bales on as well. These are the smaller bales. I did one, which again, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I put the baler, the fill rate right up, and it didn't wrap them. Oh, it didn't wrap it. It's up there. You can see it on the up on the top left-hand corner. So yeah, I had to put it back down again to the smaller ones for them to wrap. With that particular baler, I think off the top of my head it was Pottinger baler. I would probably, I'm not going to risk it though, I'd probably get away with leaving one off, but will not, because we've still got plenty anyway. I found it so much easier. There's parts of this map that driving first person is just 100 times easier, just because of all the tree coverage. Which, to be fair, I don't mind doing anyway. We spend when we do the survival let's play, not survival let's play, the survival let's play, sorry. This is how we spend pretty much 90% of it, isn't it? So it struggles quite a bit up here, this particular tractor. In fact, even when I've took really big machinery, they don't sort of just cruise up here. We need today as well, this in-game day, whether it'll be this video or not, I'm hoping it'll be this video, we need to weed our wheat field. And then I'm not even sure if it's had any fertiliser on it yet. There's a couple of, I looked just before I come on, there's a couple of harvesting contracts available. This isn't one of them, this corn one. And that is either a wheat or barley field, and I don't know why it's still like that. It hasn't withered or anything. Unlike mine. But the one that I really want to do is there's a sugar beet contract. It's right next to the store. It's quite a big field actually. So it's a good payout, but it's going to take a long time. It's going to take over 2 days, I think. We'll get this changed now. Right, let's get this unloaded. I'm hoping this should be it. I made quite a bit after that. So yeah, there's a contract to complete. I'll not complete it yet because I want to use this to stack up. Are you going to stop? Are you going to stop? Oh yeah, we do stop. I don't know how I'm going to not take your head off though with this. Somehow we worked that out. Right, I'm going to get back over, get it filled, and then I'll take it down to our farm, and I think that's when I'll come back. We're back over at our cow farm, which at the minute has no cows. However, that will change. Probably not this episode, but next episode, I think. That's when we'll be looking to get the cows. I had to go back. I had to go back twice actually. So we dropped this load off, and then this bale in particular was stuck in some bushes where it had rolled down. So I had to go back and get that, and I also had to go back and get the round hay bale that the auto stacker wouldn't recognise. So we'll just put this. I'll park this up and then we can complete that contract. And then I can show you which one we're looking at doing next. Right. Leave that there. Contract wise. Oh, there's a few contracts actually. That calm one is there now. Wasn't there when I first looked. A couple of good spraying contracts. Really good fertilising contract there. We've already done it once actually. Right, so for that one, I don't know, I didn't really, I thought it was only about 10 grand we were getting for that. It's not. Just under 23 grand plus, I think it ended up being something like 23 silage bales, something like that. So not bad at all. The harvesting contract we're going to do is this one. We'll borrow the items obviously, and we'll get over to the shop. We'll get it started now because I have a feeling we won't get it done today. So 2 seconds, I'll meet you over there. Right, we have this beast, a Tiger 6. This is what we're going to be using for the sugar beet harvest. There was a header trailer there. I can't remember there being header trailers for these in 19. I'm sure I'm wrong, but I can't remember them being there. I mean, we're not going to need one to be fair, but I can't remember on this machine as well which way the pipe comes out, so we're going to have a look at that before we start. And I also don't actually know where the opening for this field is. There it is. I don't know if I'm going to get in this way, like. Yeah, we are right. Right. Let's pipe out. Can we pipe out? Ah, that's why. Right, it's going to be on the left. It's going to be a pain to get to the left though. Right, let's load this. Switch on. Is this about 40,000 litres or something like that? It's quite a decent size, isn't it? I mean, with this, I'm going to be leaving this on a worker quite a lot, because we've got other stuff to do. But I mean, you can see we're already 10% full already. There's going to be a lot of carton. Although it looks like, just looking at the map there, the mini map, ah, brilliant, the sell point's right next to it, so that'll make it a lot easier. I mean, we're nearly quarter of the way full, and we're not that far down the field really, are we? I suppose the thing with this is it'll give me patience a good test for when we start doing the potatoes, which I'm still fully committed to doing. What I've seen as well, there's it's not actually a field. It looks more like a placeable area. It's down next to the sell point we've just been to, where the where we took the bales to. There's a sell point there. Sorry, there's a sell point there. There's a massive piece of land there that just looks like overgrown wasteland. That, I think, is going to be really interesting to put placeables on. It's something like, it's over 800 grand, so it's a lot of money, but if we start looking at production chains, because I don't think, although I've never looked, because it's similar to when I first came on the game. I didn't want to know everything about the map and know where everything is and what it can do before I started doing this Let's Play. There is Let's Plays like the survival Let's Play that I do on Attingham Park, where I need to know everything about the map and what it does and what it consists of and what it can offer, just for role-playing purposes. With this, I've just kept out the way of it. Like, I'm discovering stuff as I go rather than knowing what's on here already. I think I didn't look at any sort of map tours or anything like that. The only one I did is when it was before the game even came out. I think, from what I remember, this might be wrong, but from what I remember, Daggerwin got a really early look at the map. I can't even remember when it was, whether it was last summer or what, but I remember I did watch that. But other from that, I've kept away and I haven't gone and sort of explored the map while we've been off camera or on a different save or anything like that. So I don't know what productions are on this map already, if any. There might not be. yeah, that placeable area. If you can see on the mini-map, we're obviously in field 9. If you go down to field 30 and then look to the left, it's that, what looks like a field, but without a number. That's the area there. If we can get to a point where we've got sort of a little industrial site there, with all our factories on and stuff like that, then I think that'll be something decent to aim for. I haven't decided what productions I want to do yet. Obviously we're going to go big with potatoes, where every year we're going to have at least one field worth, just to pay the machinery cost off, really. And in the UK, potatoes are a big thing in the UK. Other production wise, I'm not sure what we want to do yet. Cereal I've done on Elm Creek. The clothes I'm doing on Elm Creek. However, I don't want to do on this map because it involves putting cotton in the ground. That stopped in a good place, hasn't it? Right. Stop. Stop. Any chance you can stop? Any chance you can stop? There we go. We'll pipe out. Right, I don't normally do this, but tap to the other vehicle. So I don't normally do that. I don't do it on camera. I mean, just like when we left the cow farm. I mean, no one obviously thinks I've walked from the cow farm over to the store. Everyone knows we tap over. Just, I don't think it looks overly great on camera, that's all. Yeah, so production wise, I've gone past it. We won't be doing the clothes because we won't get enough wool of our sheep, and we're not putting cotton in the ground because you wouldn't get cotton fields in the UK. I'm gonna have to go over here. I don't really want to, and I'm not going all the way. There's a track, but you have to go all the way past our cow farm and then come back on yourself. There's no direct road to it, so we're not doing that. Yeah, so we won't be doing the clothes. Bakery we done on Ubelaron. I think we own some sort of little forest, or part of a forest. So furniture could be one. What I might do, get this emptied and then get it on a worker and go and have a look at the situation with ours, because our fields can have the clearance there or not. Nope. Don't know what way would be best to put on a worker, to be honest. Maybe that way. And gives us quite a lot of turnaround space at this side, doesn't it? I'm sure whichever way we put it on, we're going to have to go around and clear up after anyway, so around the edges probably. Right, so that's put us on 65%. And it's heavy. It's really heavy. Right, I'll get this away first, and then we'll see what we can do with that. Ah, it's because, I mean, that's doing the same as well. It doesn't like going up there. But to be fair, I won't be going up there anyway, will I? Because that takes you on a road. Unless we can get up through here. Which we can't. Yeah, it's this little lip here, isn't it? Right, so I'll put it in line with this strip. Then we should be alright. Right, let's get back over to our farm and see what the crack is with that. So, we're back over at what I'd probably consider the main farm. We haven't sort of named them at the minute, have we? But I'd say this is the main one. We've got the cow one further down, then I don't know, God knows what to do with the where the sheep is. What we've done is, off camera, we've gone and we've picked up our sprayer and we filled it with herbicide. This is going to be the job we're going to do on our farm today. We'll get this done. We're still in the first growth stage, so we won't damage the crop. But that is something we're gonna. I don't know if you can put row crop tyres on this tractor or not. I'm gonna have to go and have a look because obviously we've still got. I'm sure we've still got 2 lots of fertilising to do on here. You'll see when I go on the map. I've got contracts going at the minute. I don't know why that one stopped. Like, what was I gonna go and have a look at? Yeah. So this field hasn't been fertilised at all yet, which is strange because I would have normally had at least one done by now. I mean, we've still got plenty of time. Like, obviously this is is it wheat or barley? It's one of the two, isn't it? I think it's wheat. I'm sure I did the opposite to what I took off, and I'm sure we took barley off here. Because it was the wheat field that withered, wasn't it? I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned this, by the way. I'm not bitter whatsoever, but our wheat field, our full wheat field, did wither. Just putting it out there for people who haven't heard that before. There it is over there, that nice white grey colour crop that I still haven't been able to face ploughing it in. As far as the sugar beet contract goes, that's still ongoing. That is going to take so long, and I'm going to do the majority of that off camera as well, because I know we started this episode with a time lapse for the baling, and I'm not sure how long we'll show that because I haven't started editing yet. But I don't want to labour the point on the sugar beet, and I certainly don't want 2 massive time lapses. If the baling contract, if I somehow edit that where we only show a bit of it, where it's only a small time lapse to open, then what I might do is record more of the sugar beet harvest and end this episode with that as a bit of a time lapse, or as much as what we can, because like I said, I think it's going to go into the next day anyway, because it's massive. And I've done 2 lots of carton for it, and it's only took us up to 10% transported, so there's so much to do. In the future, ideally, I'd rather not be using herbicide. I'd rather us be getting some sort of weeder. There is the cost thing. I think, even though, and I know we're on the game, is it not better that would be using a weeder instead of herbicide? It's the same with the fertilising as well. I'd like to get to the point where certainly the first application of fertiliser is manure or slurry, one of the two, and not man-made fertiliser. I think though, unless there's somewhere where I'm not seeing, I think we might have to put a manure pit in for our cows. I know we haven't got cows yet. We're going to get cows in the next episode. I think we might have to put one in, because although I haven't really explored around, I certainly didn't see an area where it would go, unless that area is what I've took for a clamp where we've put our silage bales, unless that's where the manure was going to build up. But for me that was a clamp rather than a I'll tell you what, 2 seconds, I'm just going to take that window off, it's doing me head in. Yeah, for me that was a clamp rather than a manure point. All them little bits there I'll go around, and when we're at the end of it, I'll put it on the, I'll change the width of the spraying, and I'll go and collect all them little bits. So just before I come on here, we come back on, I emptied that sugar beet harvester, and it's 80% already. It'll be full within no time, within a couple of minutes. That shows you how quickly it fills. And it's big as well. It's like, it's something like 40,000 litres, something like that. But it just fills so quickly. And with regards to the truck, you'll get, it'll put 65% to start with in the truck, and then obviously you've got the 35% after, and then that's the truck full. So it's massively labour intensive. But I mean, we knew this before we took the contract on, and we're going into harvesting potatoes, which is even worse labour wise than what sugar beet is. I was thinking as well, when we come to spring and summer, it might be worth putting this to 3-day months. There we go, it's full already. Yeah, I think 3-day months might be the way ahead. because we're going to have so much work to do, and as I've said previously, I'm not used to, certainly as a series, not used to having as much land as this, as much equipment as this, farming on this sort of scale, so I just can't see how I'm going to get everything done. I don't like what it leaves, you know. I think it looks awful. I don't mean in the game, I mean for our farm. I think game wise it looks really good, but yeah, I hate those dead leftover weeds being left in our fields. I think the spray rate's been alright on this. I expected it to go down quite a lot quicker than this, to be honest. One of the contracts we've got going at the minute is a spraying contract. It's probably stopped, to be honest. Whether it's still going or not, I don't think it will be. But that's using that massive silver spray machine, the self-propelled one. I don't really want to. I don't want to name the company because I think you get some sort of flag on YouTube for doing it. But just by saying that, we know what manufacturer we mean. But yeah, I'm using that one, and that's so easy, having a self-propelled one. Because what I find with the trail ones, especially the ones like this where it's got a really good reach, is it can be quite difficult to reposition. Once you do the turns, it's not overly easy to get back into sort of exactly the line you want to be, as I'm proving on the left hand side there. But I mean, unless there's one for sale, unless one comes up in the used machinery, we won't be buying a self-propelled one. I think that's sort of overindulgence at the minute when we've got other stuff we can spend the money on. And we're going to have to buy that potato harvester. We could have to get the planters for the potatoes. What else do we need? Cows. I mean, cows aren't going to be cheap, are they? We're going to need, and there's one just come in, the used machinery, although I don't know if I want to use it or not. To be honest, I haven't even had a look to see which one it is. As I was clicking through the menus to fill this with herbicide, I seen that it was on there. There's a Mack lorry on there. And we are going to need some sort of truck. So we'll have to have a look at that to see if that's going to be suitable, and just to see what the price. I didn't even see what the price is. All I seen that there was a red Mack lorry, and then I carried on scrolling past it. But we are going to need that, and we're going to need a good sized trailer as well. The trailer that we've got in here I'm actually going to get rid of, because we're using it on no man's land, aren't we? I'd rather use another bit of equipment. And there's equipment in the mod hub as well that, trailer wise, we'll see sort of regularly within the UK. So yeah, I'm gonna get a different trailer, even if it's gonna cost a few grand to get. I'm not bothered. But we'll have a trailer for the wagon we'll get, and then we'll have a trailer for our tractor as well, just so that we're covered on both ends. Right. I'll go around and do all the little bits off camera. I will carry on doing the harvest. I'll record it. And I might put it in, or some of it in, as a time lapse. But as far as commentary wise, this is where we're going to end it. Like I said, there might be a time lapse on the end of here. I don't know yet. It just depends on the baling situation at the beginning. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.